Love Island USA. Bryan cheated on Amaya only 2 days after leaving the villa. This seems to be a strong possibility. Fans are freaking out over this on TikTok. However, there is a lot to the story. Viewers are in shock as Bryan does not strike anyone as the kind of guy who would do this. However, it is possible that he went on the show for fame or for money. Maybe he stayed with Amaya to win the money. Maybe he wasn't in it for love. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this situation. Keep reading to find out more about this. Amaya was a fan favorite on Love Island USA. She was one of the only girls fans felt was genuine. She was always unapologetically herself, and that is what viewers loved about her. However, Amaya was put through the ringer on season 7. She was first coupled up with Ace. However, he did not like how she called him babe, and put a stop to the relationship quickly. Amaya was then coupled up with Austin. However, their connection was more platonic. A lot of the guys bashed Amaya and how extra she was. However, she never once apologized for who she was and would say it is fine if they do not like her, but she is not going to change. She has gone viral on social media because she was the most loved girl in the villa. Amaya and Bryan were the winners of Love Island USA Season 7. A lot of the reason they won the show was because of Amaya. Fans loved her and who she was as a person. So, the majority of America voted for Amaya and Bryan to win. It was rumored that the rest of the cast was not happy about this win. They thought it should have been someone else. However, the only other strong connection in the villa was Chelly and Ace. However, they were sent home the episode before the finale. This led to some tension in the villa after the winners were announced. It was said that a fight broke out because of this. However, fans do not understand why this would have happened. There is a rumor going around that Bryan cheated on Amaya only 2 days after leaving the villa. A girl on TikTok spoke out about what she saw. Bryan is cheating on Amaya papaya. Either that, or they are not together anymore. But it was 2 days after the finale aired. And he was with another girl the whole night. She went on to say that they asked where Amaya was. He told them she was at home sleeping. Bryan then proceeded to hang out with this girl the entire night at the club. However, the girl who made the TikTok revealed that Bryan took the mystery girl into an empty room. Everyone knows what goes on here. However, a lot of fans are not believing her story. They think that she could be lying for fame. The original poster ended up deleting her post. However, people had already screen recorded it and uploaded it to TikTok themselves. Regardless, fans say they need more proof to believe that Bryan would do this to Amaya. It seems as though Bryan could have cheated on Amaya. However, the only proof fans have of this is what the girl on TikTok had to say. So, fans have to trust her word, or trust that Bryan would not do this. There is a lot of possibility when it comes to this. She did take down her video, which led fans to believe that she was lying the entire time. She was also too happy about the situation to be telling the truth. A lot of viewers are choosing not to believe her, as they do not think Bryan would do this to Amaya. However, neither of them has spoken out on the issue. Introduction. The sun had barely set on the idyllic Mediterranean paradise when the latest season of Love Island concluded, leaving viewers captivated by the whirlwind romance between Bryan and Amaya. Their connection, forged amid laughter, confessions, and late-night conversations, seemed unbreakable. But in the world of reality TV, appearances can be deceiving, and beneath the shimmering surface, secrets often lurk. 2 days after the show's finale, whispers began to circulate. Rumors suggested that Bryan, the charming contender who had stolen Amaya's heart during their time on the island, had allegedly cheated on her. The revelation sent shockwaves through fans and followers alike, raising questions about loyalty, authenticity, and the true nature of their relationship. This story aims to explore the events surrounding Bryan and Amaya's relationship, the behind-the-scenes dynamics, and whether the allegations hold any truth. We will analyze the timeline, motivations, and possible motives, all woven into a compelling narrative that blurs the lines between reality and deception. The Love Island journey. The beginning. Bryan, a charismatic 28-year-old fitness trainer from Manchester, entered Love Island with hopes of finding love and maybe a bit of fame. From the outset, He exuded confidence, charm, and a playful sense of humor. His initial connections were with several contestants, but it was Amaya, a 25-year-old entrepreneur from London, who caught his eye. Amaya, known for her intelligence and warmth, quickly developed a deep bond with Bryan. Their chemistry was undeniable, shared interests, mutual respect, and a spark that led viewers to believe they were destined for lasting love. Throughout the season, their relationship blossomed, culminating in their victory as the show's most beloved couple, the finale. The finale was a dazzling spectacle. Bryan and Amaya received overwhelming support from viewers, and their emotional speech about finding genuine connection touched many. As they left the villa hand in hand, fans celebrated their fairy tale ending, eager to see how their relationship would unfold outside the show's confines. The 2-day gap, a turning point. Post-villa bliss. In the immediate days after the show, Bryan and Amaya shared snippets of their life together on social media, romantic dinners, beach walks, and sweet messages. Their fans rejoiced, believing they had found true love. But then, on the 3rd day, things took a sudden turn, the rumor emerges. A series of anonymous sources and social media posts suggested that Bryan had been seen with another woman at a nightclub just 2 days after leaving the villa. Witnesses claimed they saw Bryan engaging in flirtatious behavior, and some even alleged that he had exchanged numbers with someone else. The story gained traction rapidly, fueled by screenshots, video clips, and speculative commentary. Fans who had once cheered for the couple now questioned the authenticity of their relationship. The allegations. Details of the cheating incident. According to the sources, Bryan was spotted at a popular London nightclub, The Pulse, late at night. Eyewitnesses reported seeing him in close conversation with a woman named Jessica, a model and influencer with a significant social media following. Videos surfaced showing Bryan and Jessica leaving the club together, appearing intimate. Although neither Bryan nor Jessica publicly confirmed the encounter, the evidence was compelling enough to spark controversy. Bryan's response. Initially, Bryan remained silent. However, as the rumors intensified, he posted a brief statement on his Instagram stories. "There are false rumors circulating about me. I respect Amaya and our relationship. Please stop spreading baseless accusations." Amaya, on her part, issued a cryptic message on her own social media, hinting at heartbreak and betrayal without naming names. "Trust is fragile. Once broken, it's hard to mend. Choosing who to believe is the hardest part." The underlying motivations. Why did the rumors surface? Many fans wondered what prompted the sudden emergence of such allegations. Was it jealousy, a desire for fame, or an elaborate scheme? Some speculated that Jessica, the woman linked to Bryan, was motivated by jealousy or rivalry, possibly feeling overshadowed by Amaya. Others suggested that social media influencers often thrive on drama to boost their profiles. Could it be a setup? Skeptics argued that the timing of the rumors, just 2 days after the finale, was suspicious. It's possible that someone aimed to tarnish Bryan's image or create a scandal to garner attention. Bryan's perspective. In interviews conducted days later, Bryan claimed he had been misunderstood. "I was at the club, yes. But I didn't do anything wrong. It was innocent, a friendly chat." People jumped to conclusions without knowing the full story. Amaya's side. Amaya, still processing her emotions, admitted she was hurt but wanted to hear Bryan's side before making judgments. "Trust is everything. If Bryan is innocent, I want to believe that. But trust takes time to rebuild." The media frenzy. Public reactions. The media latched onto the story, with headlines like, "Love Island star Bryan accused of cheating just days after show finale, did Bryan betray Amaya?" The shocking allegations. Social media explodes over Love Island drama. Fans were divided, some defending Bryan, citing his innocence, while others felt betrayed by the allegations. The role of social media. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok became battlegrounds for opinions. Hashtags such as Bryan cheated and Love Island drama trended worldwide. Influencers and former contestants chimed in, some calling for calm, others fueling the fire. The emotional toll. Amaya's struggle. Amaya faced a whirlwind of emotions, confusion, heartbreak, anger. Her mental health was tested as she grappled with trusting Bryan again or moving on. Bryan's defense. Bryan insisted he was innocent and deeply regretted any pain caused. He expressed a desire to clear his name and rebuild trust with Amaya if possible, the fans' dilemma. Supporters debated whether the allegations were true or false. Some believed in the power of love and forgiveness, while others warned about jumping to conclusions. The truth unveiled. Investigations and evidence. As days passed, more evidence surfaced. Some claimed to have caught Bryan in lies, while others presented alibis proving his innocence. Official statements. Neither Bryan nor Amaya issued a comprehensive statement confirming or denying the allegations beyond their initial responses. The lack of concrete proof kept the story in limbo. The final verdict. In the absence of definitive proof, many fans chose to believe in Bryan's innocence, emphasizing that social media rumors should be taken with caution. Reflection. Reality versus fiction. The nature of reality TV. This saga highlights how Love Island * and similar shows blend reality and entertainment. Behind the scenes, relationships can be complicated, and public narratives often distort the truth. The power of social media. Rumors spread rapidly, influencing perceptions and relationships. The line between genuine emotion and manufactured drama becomes blurred. Lessons learned. Trust must be earned and maintained. Public figures are vulnerable to false accusations. Fans should approach rumors critically. Conclusion. 2 days after leaving the Love Island villa, Bryan's alleged betrayal sparked a media storm, testing the strength of his relationship with Amaya. While evidence remains inconclusive, the incident underscores the volatile nature of reality TV fame and the delicate balance of trust and reputation. Whether Bryan truly cheated or was the victim of a conspiracy remains a matter of speculation. What is clear is that love, especially in the limelight, is often more complicated than it appears. As fans and followers, perhaps the best approach is to remember that behind every story are real people with feelings, hopes, and fears, just like us.